Okay, so if you're running a high-tech company right now, you know this already, but you're facing this really punishing environment.
Yeah, it's a tough mix.
We've got these incredibly fast innovation cycles, supply chains that feel like they could break any minute, and costs just keep going up. It's colliding head-on, and our sources are pretty crystal clear. Trying to manage all that manually with siloed tools, it's just, well, it's a recipe for disaster.
It really is. It feels like the moment where systems built for, slow incremental change just finally break under all this complexity.
Right.
So today we're diving into a specific solution highlighted in the material from ZAPTEST. It's about a big shift toward AI-driven automation, but applied at a really massive enterprise scale.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Our mission here is to figure out exactly how this ZAPTEST approach moves you beyond just sort of stabilizing things.
Right, beyond just coping.
And actually builds real enterprise resilience and maybe even a powerful competitive advantage. So let's start with resilience maybe. That feels like the first layer, the defense.
Makes sense.
The sources point to this mechanism using AI and computer vision, not just to watch things, but to automate some really complex stuff like regulatory compliance, monitoring, reporting across these huge global supply chains.
And that computer vision part is actually fascinating. It lets the system read and verify data even from things like unstructured documents or, old legacy interfaces.
The stuff that's usually locked away from pure code.
Exactly. It's stuff that normally needs eyes on it, so it guarantees compliance, reduces risk, and does it way faster than any human team possibly could.
And that operational piece, that feeds straight into efficiency, doesn't it? I mean, we've all been there, watching teams just grind through hours of repetitive, honestly mind-numbing tasks.
Oh, absolutely. So when you bring in cross-platform scripts, write it once, run it anywhere, you stop building these brittle custom fixes for every single platform.
Less rework, less breaking.
Precisely. And then you combine that with task-agnostic RPA, robotic process automation. That's the software mimicking human clicks and typing across different apps. You just eliminate huge amounts of that grunt work. You speed up testing, you slash errors. It's significant.
But scaling that kind of efficiency, that nearly always hits a wall, right? The budget wall. Automating more often means, well, runaway costs. If I want to automate, say, 10,000 tasks next year instead of 1,000, how does this approach stop my budget from just completely exploding?
Okay. This is where it gets really interesting. And it seems to be the crucial strategic piece for ZAPTEST, according to the material. The traditional model, it kind of punishes success, doesn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, the moment you successfully automate, say, 10 new processes, boom, you suddenly need 10 new licenses or 10 new bots, and your costs just jump.
So the company that innovates the most pays the biggest penalty. That seems backwards.
Exactly backwards. So this structural benefit they talk about, it eliminates that barrier. They use these fixed cost, unlimited models. Think of it like an all-you-can-eat subscription for automation. You pay one flat fixed fee, and now you have the certainty, the confidence to expand automation literally everywhere it makes sense, because you are specifically not paying per bot or per license. That financial predictability, it removes the risk of scaling.
Right, that makes sense. You know the cost up front, no matter how much you use it. And that moves the conversation past just survival mode, doesn't it? When the risk of scaling, the cost of scaling is fixed and guaranteed, well, resilience stops being just a defensive tactic.
It becomes an engine.
Yeah, it becomes an engine for innovation. It turns into a real competitive edge because now you can actually dedicate your people, your money, to growth and new ideas, not just keeping the lights on.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, the bottom line really seems to be about future-proofing and critically cost control. The strategy isn't just about using AI tools here and there, it's embedding AI automation deep into both the tech operations and the core business processes.
To get ahead of disruptions, not just react after they hit.
Precisely. Staying ahead, not just catching up.
So what does this all mean for you listening? We've seen how this fixed cost, scalable automation idea could potentially remove that risk barrier, that cost barrier to expansion that honestly cripples a lot of companies.
Yeah.
So consider this. What specific area in your operations right now, maybe one that's under manual stress, constant cost pressure, what area could shift from just being resilient, just surviving, to being genuinely innovative? If that financial risk, the cost of deep automation was suddenly guaranteed, fixed, that potential shift, it's massive, something to really think about.